Imagine the shape of an ear, of a coil of the ear, and imagine that shape is being formed by a force that's that shape. So the shape you're seeing, what I'm saying is that the shape that you're observing of the inner ear, that coiled shape, is the shape of the force that's creating the shape of the matter. The reason that it's that complex shape is that it's matter formed around a force that is that shape. It's a vortex shape, can you see? So this is where you just need to reverse image everything. See the shape that you are is created from the force around the force field around you. You are the shape of your force field. If you keep looking inside yourself, you'll find all of these things in there that are the shape of their force fields. So all that exists is the force, and the force does the screwing. So imagine now that you've got a flat. Imagine you have a ring. Looking at the Z discs in nature, so the ring of the Z discs of the myocardial muscles have a ring with a flat membrane across them, and you can see dimples in them and a hole. Imagine that shape and pop it into a sphere. That's the force being expressed perfectly as a sphere. What's creating that shape is the screwing motion inside across that membrane. If you took the vortex shape and you screwed it into the elastic membrane, and the elastic membrane clung tightly to the shape of the force, you would see the shape of the inner ear, the sound. So the mechanism of reflection is the sound. The sound is created from the impact of a rigid body, and from that a shape is created. The reflection of that sound is what creates the matter. The vibration of the sound must be heard. You must be aware of the sound, because it's the sound that creates everything. In the beginning was the word, the wave. In the beginning was the wave function, and it never collapses. The opposite collapses. It has all momentum. It's all rigid body carried by momentum. Fascinating, isn't it? Can you see it? As the shape, that's what I was thinking about, the shape of the force. You can see everything is formed from now from the shape of the force, from the reflection of the ear. We're built from the sinuses out. In construction, we're most loved by God. Because the only shape that we really are is a heart shape, an apple shape, a bum shape of energy motion. And we're both motions. We are the rolling motion from one side of the apple to the other side of the apple. Yeah, it rolls from there to there, and it moves in a straight line from there to there, flashing light, building all the geometry. That's our actual shape. That's what the force looks like every moment. And that flash, 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 flash at duration Planck's constant, real seconds, sets the limit of everything, and we see how spherical we are. And at the moment we're not spherical at all, and because the bending motion of the yin-yang, the eyes of the yin-yang are the Earth and the Moon. And it's the out of balance. When I say the Earth's the centre of the universe, oh look, not quite. Because the second bending moment of area is around the centre between the two. So the actual centre of rotation is the centre of the bending moment between the Earth and the Moon. And because of the imbalance of masses, that centre is at number 24 on a beam of 60 unit length. And that's how you analyse all of the engineering, using a beam of 60 length split into 6 lamellar layers. And you just cut the units up. And you find the centre of rotations at 24 of the bum, so that you got the apple, the core, the point where the light is emitted in a westward direction is at the number 24 on that beam. And that sets the 24 count of the hours of the pulse of the sun as it's created in this beat. And this is why we go, planet's going too slow. Should be 364, 13 months, 28 days, matching the natural cycle of female of our species. Critical mass, when the females of the species all menstruate together, balance, with harmony will be restored to the planet. Males have to learn the empathy of the female species because the females are in charge, but there's an alpha male at the center of the pride. It's a pride of lions set up as hives of bees. Can you see that? So the alpha male's got a job, and the juvenile males have got a job to become alpha males. But you can't just be one. You've got to learn, right? You've got to learn the engineering. So there's the model for the new world. Simple engineering, just by putting a big shell around quantum and science entirely, putting it over there and saying, okay, let's look at the surface. The surface of the Earth is female. The screwing motion of the force is done by the male. The male does the screwing, screws into something, and that's the female part of the engineering. So the female part, so that the surface, the matter that's created, is female. The surface of the planet and all life is female. The males have to be here to keep the pressure up, but we've got to learn how to do it properly, and the females are going to teach us. I'm looking forward to it very much, because I think I'm going to get an alpha male status somewhere. It's my plan. Right? I'm hoping to get the king of the world, naturally, because one of these hive pride of lions will be the best one, and with the best morality, setting the morality for everyone else, and that may be a challenge. If you've got better morality, eventually a king will rise, who sets the morality for the whole planet, and then you just come to it with your own culture. And the Christ's greatest commandment, love your God with all your heart, mind, and your soul. Love your neighbour as yourself. You are the one responsible for your health and safety. Do not endanger the health and safety of others without their consent. That's my morality. Boom, imagine that planet. So I had 2 conversations today with people, 2 women that I know, and they were quite interested in that idea, because I think they would agree that sounds like peace through truth. So justice is coming, my friends. Justice is coming. The wheat and the chaff are going to be separated. The weeds are obvious, and the wheat will be harvested. The weeds will be burned. This is what the Bible tells us. This is this moment. The future begins. Follow the Rebel King.